All right, here I am at 7299 Cana. And I'm just gonna walk around your property real quick. I didn't see a lot on this front side when I walked up. All your downspouts over here look good. Your garage, I don't really see any damage. I know you're worried about these falling off. We'll find where that came up off your roof. It does show that there is some kind of damage up there, either from wind or hail. Your lights, they all look good. Let's see. Your downspouts on these side look good, so it probably wasn't your front or left slope that got at least hail damage. I will show you up here, your screen's off, and it does look bent and kind of damaged. So you did get at least some kind of wind. Nothing on your fence on this side. And this screen looks good, so you did at least get a good amount of wind damage. Like I said, it's got some shingles off, and it did bait in your screen on this side. So move around to the side. Nothing under here I looked earlier was damaged. Obviously it's going to be protected by the overhang. All the screens look good. Even from down here on your second story, those solar screens are pretty resilient, and they look pretty good. I do notice you do have some metal right here, and I can check that once I'm up on the roof. That normally though is pretty, you have pretty good size hail to get some denting in that. I will say on your dryer exhaust right here, there is some dents in that, so definitely can contribute that to storm. Here, like I said, these solar screens are pretty good. They got to take some real good direct damage to even dent up. All your screens look good, and I don't even see any real denting in any of the surroundings of the screen. And obviously your doors look really good. None of the furniture out here seems to be damaged. Just kind of looking at your gutters from down here, there's not a bunch of apparent hail damage, or I should say dents from hail. So you could just have extensive wind, or maybe it's only one slope that got good hail. I can see some denting out here on this back side, so this more than likely was the side that you took at least some of the damage. It doesn't look too bad. Like I said, these screens are pretty good. There's a couple dents on this screen. This screen looks good. All your downspouts, even on this side, look pretty good. Those doors and screens are good. Here we go. You can definitely see the hits, this being painted, but it looks like they're really small, and it didn't really even dent it up that much. So more than likely, there was a lot of wind with a bunch of little hail. You can kind of see up there, seems like that one solar screen is kind of off. Maybe it bent a little with the wind. Like I said, that's a really bad one on this side. But as far as damage from hail or anything, these all look pretty good. All your cages on your outside vents look good, and then your ACs look really good as well. I mean, they're these little flexible covers. They don't dent up, and they protect those cords pretty well. So your fence, you can see a little wear from the stain in different parts, and that doesn't look uniform like normal, just wear and tear. So definitely you can see kind of the hits where it has punctured that. So that is from hail, and that is from wind. So you can definitely, if you do have a claim, you can definitely get the insurance company to pay to power wash and re-stain that portion of the fence. Honestly, not much damage so far. I do see some, looks like you got some pretty good wind, but once I get up on the roof, okay, I'll be able to tell for sure. But yeah, your property looks pretty good so far. right. Okay. Let's see. You do have, your felt is tucked under the drip edge, and your shingles do come at least a quarter over, so that's good. See some little blistering, little pop there and there. There doesn't seem to be much damage at all on this slope, but like I said, it's probably going to be the rear slope where the majority of damage is. Got a little pop here, so you did get some hail, but I don't think it's a lot. And let's see, these are plastic, yeah, so your plastic, that didn't really dent up much. Let's see, got some debris up here, some shingles. Yeah, it's a pretty good pop right there. You do have some major hits. That should nail, that's just from installation. Got some more shingles that were off because of wind. Okay, now up here on your gutters, I don't see a lot. They're pretty new and they're pretty good. They didn't take that much damage. I do see a little bit here and there, but I'll show you where you have some pretty good wind. Let me right here. Oh yeah, up into the flashing. The good thing is this is still intact, but you did take substantial wind damage here. This flashing's still good. I know we saw some other shingles down there, so this may not be the extent of it. We'll say your ridges all look good, so I don't think you got a lot of hail. I think the majority of your damage, I do see some pops, some bigs there, is gonna be wind. All your accessories on this side look good. Like I said, these plastic, they don't really dent up. Normally, what you see is more on these metal. And you can kind of see the size of the hail when I chalk it off. Here, 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 here. So you did get some hail. It was kind of smaller. Obviously the velocity wasn't that big or that much. This being a newer roof, it's pretty resilient. I will say I am seeing little pops and little parts where you did see a little bigger hail hit. Not a lot though. Not a lot of frequency. Here's your front slope. Like I say, everything looks good. Just normal wear. I can't really even find what I would actually mark as hail damage. So normally if you were to file a claim, what your adjuster would do, he'd come out, he'd mark off a 10 by 10 area, and then he'd try to find 8 to 10 hail hits. I could mark off this area, but right now I'm seeing maybe 1. So I'm not gonna mark up your roof. Right now I'm just not seeing the extent damage that you would need for a claim. Let's see. It's your right slope. It looks good. Let's look down there. Even your metal and your lower slopes look good. Let me look at your left slope real quick. Yeah, it looks good. So I think the extent of the damage so far is just that one area on the back side that you've got obviously wind damage, and there are some big pops on that rear slope. Nothing that I would worry about as far as leaking, but it is damage. You can kind of see here some of the big pop chopped away there. So you did have some big hail. Like I said, not very extensive. Definitely not enough that you would need to get a claim, especially on a roof this new. But even with this area being dried in, you definitely want to get that fixed. Let's see. Yeah, see this got popped here pretty bad. That could just be ripped off. So this rear slope, this whole valley, did get some good damage, some good wind damage, you can see right here. So I would suggest getting that fixed just because we have to start a storm season. I don't think you have enough for a claim. This part right here, I mean, I could give you an estimate or a quote. They would just come through and repair this, patch this, just re-shingle this whole area, probably lay down nothing of felt, just in case the underlayment was damaged. But other than that, your roof seems good, intact. On far as the outside goes, aside from that one solar screen, you got some dents, and one solar screen was bent. Other than that, it looks pretty good. So I'll come down and talk to you, but at this time, I do not suggest a claim, and that is the end of my inspection. Thank you very much.